as a newbie to working with investors, what advice would you give me regarding choosing who best to work with?
There's two things I'd mention here. The first is that you have walked your talk in terms of you've put your money on the line, and your learning process has been at your own risk. That brings you immense credibility in my eyes as an investor. So I would really put that point forward. And the other point I really do kind of reiterate with people looking for funding is, don't just take anybody's money. I know you want to get the deal done. I know you want to, have people involved, and maybe there's a deal lined up, but be very, very careful whose money you take. And it's not even just the amount of the money, it's what that money means to them. I've seen lots of examples of people with what is in a nominal value, a relatively small amount in deals, like some crowdfunding deals. But because that money is somebody's entire life savings, they are very emotionally invested and emotionally kind of volatile, particularly if they've not done development before and they don't understand that it's risky, things will go wrong. I've never had a deal where something hasn't gone wrong. And you need an investor who will ride that wave with you, won't add to your stress, but will be there kind of holding your hand with it. So I wrote an article in Brendan Quinn's National Development Summit Handbook back in January. And I described kind of investor relations like dating. The developer has to be right for you, and the investor has to be right for the developer. So, so ask a lot of questions, make sure their values are aligned. If you're somebody that's very to the letter of the law, make sure your investor is like that. And you just want to make life as easy as possible for yourself when taking on investors, I think. And we should let you get on with the bit that you're good at.
But ultimately, treat your investors' money like it's the Russian mafias. That's exactly, isn't it? I love that.
Exactly. That's mine, Claire Norwood's quote from a presentation we did on investor relations back in February for our Property Sisters community. And it's very true. I used to say, treat it as if like it's your grandmother's money. And then somebody said to her, "Oh, you're Russian mafia." I'm like, yeah, actually, I prefer that instead.
I love it.